versatility, violence, and variety. You answered. You were saying this week you wanted to answer questions. You answered everything tonight, right?
I felt good. I felt great, man. I was in there. The man was saying that he had best boxing in all MMA. I wanted to prove that wrong. The man was calling me a freshman. I wanted to pick there's freshmen and then there's freshmen that come up and then they take your girlfriend. I'm the guy that they take your girlfriend. So wrong freshman he picked on, you know what I mean?
Were you really picking out everything from his interviews and using that as fuel for the fire?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And he won. He's good. He's great.
Oh, yes.
He was in there with me. He had to be, people like to say I'm one of the best 145ers ever. And this guy was sharing the octagon with me. I had to respect that. He won. We fought same opponents here and there. He finished both of them. I got a decision win. So I had a goal to prove. I want to go and show the world and be a legend in the sport. And this is the kind of performance. And live on ABC, baby. I got to do a thing. The who's who fought on here. Muhammad Ali, Roberto Duran. All these beasts. And I get to put my name and we get to actually have historic nights. I heard before he came in, I landed like 700 plus strikes in the UFC, the first ever. So what a night, bro. What a night.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what you did. You've got the record for the most plus 100 strikes in back-to-back fights, the record for the most strikes ever in a UFC fight. Max, you keep getting better.
I keep getting better, baby. I told you guys before, I'm only 29. People keep forgetting. People keep forgetting. I've been in here since I was 20. I couldn't even go. I fought in Las Vegas on the Nick Diaz and Carlos Condit card. And I'm here and Carlos is fighting on one of my cards. This is insane, I was like tripping out. This is the first time I got to see Carlos, I think, or being on the same card. And to be that and do it, we got to go from there for here. I was 20 at the time, now I'm 29. I'm going to get better, man. You guys can see my face. Hopefully I want to be around here quite a long time, I don't know if I'm going to do DC long time, but I want to be around here for a long time.
In that last round, you were looking at DC and I and Anik, and you were head movement while you were looking at us. And, I mean, he's a dangerous individual. Yeah. But you started fast. You kind of put him on the back foot immediately. Was that the game plan specifically?
I mean, we was looking at the numbers. People was always bringing up numbers, this and that. And what we found out was, like, my significant strike output was more than his significant strikes absorbed, my percentage, and I was like, I just got to get there and do my thing. This guy had, I was tripping out. It was like, I have 23 plus fights, and he only has 8, and it's so high, his percentage is so high of absorbing strikes. So I was like, this guy might be there to hit him, so I'm gonna keep touching him until he gets out of there.
Those greats that fought on ABC, the Roberto Durans and Muhammad Ali's, they would have watched that and been incredibly impred. That must mean something to you.
That means a lot. That means a lot. These guys, these are guys. I felt like a little Muhammad Ali in the last one when I was talking to you guys. As I had to do. This guy, like I said, this guy was talking about our boxing. All respect to him, but us boxing, especially from Waianae, Hawaii, we live a bit different out there. We just live a bit different, I promise. I promise we live a bit different out there with our boxing skills. So I'm glad I got to show that tonight.
Well, I mean, after that performance, especially on ABC, you're going to be even more blown up than you'd already have being a former champ. And speaking of being the former champ, we've recently heard what's going to happen with the belt. Is that what you want next?
We see what happens, We see what happens. If it's up to me, the champ said what he said. He said he wanted a different fight. He didn't want a tougher fight, or he didn't want a tough fight, If he wanted a tough fight, then they know who to call up, Me personally, my legacy, I want the toughest fight. I don't know, if I'm fighting a guy, and you guys think so it happened like that last time, like if I fought Aldo, and that happened the last time what happened, I told you guys before, I would move to Brazil and try to fight Aldo every single where and when to prove a point, because I want to be the best. And to be the best, you got to beat the best, and the best is blessed, baby. So we see what happens.
And your name's in the hat for next weekend as well.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Dustin or Connor, nobody make the walk. I'll be here all week. Let me know. I'll make that walk. I think so. I think I'm pretty enough to still make that walk. I can't do it. Tune in live next week on pay-per-view, guys. We got a bunch of surprises on pay-per-view, so just tune in.
Amazing.
Is your ambition changing for 145 at all? Are you getting closer to thinking about things at 155?
Like I said, man, 55, 170, DC. I saw DC FaceTime me when he bought his new house. It looks like a castle. Did you guys see his new house?
I haven't seen
this guy's house looked like a castle. He's spending all his money, and there's only one money fight. That's me, DC. Baddest man on the planet. You're eating everything I work for. I'm done for this. I'm coming for your job at the desk. I'm coming for your job at detailed. Everything. I'm taking it all, DC.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.